So I'm gonna just
sit back.
ask you a few questions. So, Bloody Mary, can you tell me how?
Sorry, pause.
Yep.
Be nice! Here we go, we're now ready to begin. Okay.
I'm in the beautiful city of New Orleans. I love this city. I've always felt a very strong connection to this city. It reminds me of my homeland of Colombia. I think these are one of the few places where the term magical realism truly applies. New Orleans is a place, as well as Colombia, where people have a really interesting relationship with life and death, with the idea of fantasy and reality. I'm obsessed with the paranormal and with ghosts. That's why I wanted to come here. This morning we are at the Hotel Monaco, one of the most iconic buildings in the city. This hotel has a very rich history. The Hotel Monaco has been open for over a century. It's obviously one of the most haunted places in the city.
I have been here now for 30 years, coming this September. So the Hotel Montleone was founded in 1886 by Antonio Montleone, who came here from Sicily. And it's a family-owned and operated hotel, and one of the oldest in the country. We've had multiple experiences in the hotel from multiple customers saying that the hotel is haunted, including my wife, who's experienced it when she has stayed here.
Mr. Caputo.
People do come to the hotel and they do request to be on the 14th floor, which is our haunted floor, because they want to experience that paranormal feeling when they're here.
This is reported to be one of the most haunted areas in the hotel. People have said that a small child appears at the foot of their bed. Guests have seen a boy in photos they take in the hallways. This apparition is believed to be Maurice, a toddler who died from a fever in the hotel in the late 1800s.
Did I put a little chill?
I have a chill. I'm chill.
Aside from the ghosts, another very cool element at the hotel is the rotating carousel bar. It was originally installed on the rooftop back in the late 40s, and it was frequented by literary luminaries like Hemingway and Capote.
In New Orleans, we celebrate death in a different way than a lot of other places, and I think our customers, our tourists, embrace that as well, and it's something unique and different in our culture here in New Orleans.
Now I'm headed to Jackson Square to grab food at Murles. This restaurant includes part of a cottage built in the city square back in 1718. It still has original walls and foundation that survived the infamous Good Friday fire that destroyed most of the original city of New Orleans. A space with such a long and rich history is bound to have some paranormal activity. The dishes here at Murles are contemporary takes on Creole cuisine. They pull no punches today with a fried oyster chowder and a ginger glazed duck.
So you want me to tell the full story?
Tell the full story.
Okay. Pierre Antone is our resident ghost. He was a career gambler by trade. He played poker for a living, and one night he bet the deed to the house on a game of poker, and he lost. And he was so devastated that he went up into the inner seance lounge upstairs, and he took his life.
Is this a place where anybody that you know or you yourself have felt anything?
Oh, definitely at night. There's something about being up here. We feel like he's right behind you instantly. We decided to hire a psychic to come and kind of evaluate the building. And she said she was able to have a conversation with Pierre. So now we keep a table set every day with 2 glasses of wine for Pierre and a friend to kind of keep him from throwing things around as much. So it's kind of known to keep him at bay.
Can I actually sit at the table?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. Many people will report having really swift breezes at their feet. We've had wine glasses fly as far as 12 feet and smash into walls. And then many guests get pictures of different apparitions and faces and orbs throughout the entire building.
I'm very excited about meeting one of New Orleans' most famous witches. She's an authority in the oral histories of the city around spirits, swamp monsters, voodoo, hoodoo, and more. Her shop has to be one of the most fascinating spots in the city when it comes to the supernatural.
I do seance, maybe a little voodoo. I do tours all over the city. I'm the cemetery queen. I can baptize you, marry you, and bury you. All the things that any priest or priestess can do. And I'm a healer, and I want to show you the other side. Follow me. I was born and raised in New Orleans, and my family's been here since 1718. So my joke was that I was related to half the ghosts, but as time went on, I found out I really was.
Mary offered to give me a balancing ritual to get rid of things that I feel are holding me back. Obviously, I couldn't resist.
It doesn't seem that New Orleans has ever been shy about her spirit background. There are stories that have been around since the first books written in New Orleans. Passed down from the Native Americans, passed down from the earlier people. So I believe in oral history. People here have heard about this more their whole life. It wasn't shied away from and said to be evil. You have a wonderful rest of your time in New Orleans. We open the gates, we close the way. We ask the spirits who are embedded in this brick and mortar that does surround to keep you safe while you're here and help you to return again one day.
Thank you very much.
Ah, shit. Turn around and don't look back.
As somebody who's obsessed with the paranormal, I had to make a stop at the Court of Two Sisters. This restaurant has so many little spaces that have legends and stories attached to them. One of them is this wishing well that people say it's actually called the Devil's Well because legend says Marie Laveau's house was very close to here. This was an open courtyard, one of the biggest at the time in the city. And people say that she was usually coming here to do rituals. People have experienced things that they attributed to the connection with Marie Laveau. It's a special place. So you can make wishes or, I don't know, maybe try to communicate with Marie Laveau's ghost.
So they say that the Court Two Sisters is full of haunted energy, haunted spirits. I've never personally felt it myself, but that is what everyone says. That's the rumor that follows the place. There must be something to it because everyone says it. Just me and the ghost, you know?
Tell me a little bit of the background of this restaurant, even before it was a restaurant, and how your family became involved with it.
Sure. So the building's been here since 1832. It's been lived in by many, many different people. Two sisters named Emma and Bertha Cammers owned the place in the late 1800s, and they ran a clothing store out of the front dining room that my grandfather started running the place in the mid-60s, and my family's been running it ever since.
So another cool element that's here in the restaurant is the charm gates. Queen Isabella of Spain supposedly got them blessed. And what that does now, or what the legend says, is they're charmed. And so people who come to the restaurant come and touch the gates and make wishes. So these are the famous banana fosters from the Court of Two Sisters. People come here for this all the time. When I was walking in the dining room, all you could smell was this brown sugar, cinnamon, banana magic. There's a lot of stories about fairies inhabiting the courtyard out here. People have said that the bowl of cinnamon gets knocked out of the table. Cinnamon is a magical element, and it's said to be very attractive to sprites. This is as good as it smells. I get why fairies are into this. "24 hours is not enough to explore all of the haunted and spiritual sites of the city. I met some amazing people today and learned so much. New Orleans is one of the most unique places in this country and in the world. A spot where the veil between life and death and fantasy and reality is definitely thin.